Hey everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and today I'm going to talk about the benefits of cervical traction. So let's get started. Cervical traction can be very beneficial for things like neck pain, spondylosis, or cervical arthritis, or herniated disc, but always check in with your doctor to make sure that cervical traction is okay for you, because sometimes it might be something that you shouldn't do. But it's a great way to be able to decompress or open up the spaces in your spine, especially in the neck area. So if you have something like a pinched nerve, or again, like a herniated disc, it can really open up those spaces and take the pressure off of it. Also, a great thing with cervical traction are there are a lot of pieces of equipment that you can use at home after maybe you've tried it in a clinic and found that it's helpful for you and that you are supposed to be using it. So Restcloud Neck Stretcher is going to be what I'm going to kind of use today to show you some cervical neck traction. I really like these kinds of things because one, it's super portable, it's lightweight, so you can take it with you, you can kind of use it everywhere. If you use a machine in a clinic, you know, sometimes they're big and bulky, and so this is a great way to get that same kind of cervical traction without big pieces of equipment. So the nice thing about the Restcloud is you can see here that it has this C shape or C curve to help get in that C curve of your cervical spine. It does have, you can use it two ways. There's a concave going in and a convex, and so just one is a little more pressure than the other. So a lot of times you want to start off with the lightest pressure just to make sure that you're doing you know, it correctly and not getting as much pressure, so it might not be so sore. Because a lot of times when you do cervical traction for the first time, you might get a little sore because your neck muscles are probably tight and maybe even a little weak. And so when you're doing something like putting pressure to it and opening up those spaces, if you haven't been doing it a lot before, you might be a little sore the first time, but it should never be painful. So if it's painful, make sure you're stopping. So again, what's really cool about this is you can use it on a bed, a couch, or the floor. Sometimes a little firmer surface is better, but if you can't get down on the floor, you can do it on your bed if your bed's not super squishy. So this way, having this part where your head is supported is the one that's a little bit less pressure. And then so this way, then it's going a little bit more into that extension to get that curve and opening up the spaces. So I would always recommend, again, the lightest way first. And you can see these little knobs here that give you that little bit of extra pressure on some of those pressure points in your muscles in the back there to help kind of release those. So the best way to do it is when you lie down, have your knees bent up, and that just kind of takes pressure off your lower spine as well. So you're just going to kind of lie down. You want that curve to go right into the curve of your neck. But my chin is in a neutral position. My forehead shouldn't go further down, so you don't want a big, huge curve. You just want it taking that pressure off of it. So knees propped up. If you feel very comfortable with this, you can bring your arms up into a stop sign position. This just kind of helps open everything up a little bit more, especially if you have something like a pinched nerve. You might feel it going down into your arms and your fingers a little bit. A little bit is okay, but if it's a lot or really uncomfortable, just go ahead and bring the arms back down. You can rest them on your stomach or on the side, but really try and relax your neck and just let the pressure points kind of push into there to relax everything and open up those spaces. A lot of times with cervical traction, you don't really want to go for long periods of time. This particular one recommends just doing 10 minutes at a time. I would maybe, if you haven't done it before at home, start off with even a little bit less than that. So this is not a pillow that you would sleep on at night or take naps on. Again, really 10 minutes is the most that you want to do, because again, if your neck is already hurting, you don't want to have so much of that pressure and opening up where you kind of overstimulate the area. So those were the benefits of cervical traction. If you're interested in purchasing the Restcloud, click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.